that's the Sith base. Where am I going? That's not where I want to go.
Scratty B says, so how come no one's like come up with a drug or something that kills the Force? Because you kill the Force, you kill life, Scratty.
Also, there's
idiot.
like there are things in Star Wars lore that can like inhibit the Force.
Yeah, and there's also that's like a whole thing about KOTOR 2 is that sort of thing too.
What are they called? The Yzlamir.
Uh-huh. Sure. No, I don't know what you're saying.
It's in EU. It's in the books. They're like these lizard creatures that actually like dampen the Force.
Yep, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. They're in a. You can find them on Korriban and KOTOR 2.
Mm-hmm.
They suck.
Then there's also Cortosis, which shuts down lightsabers or is lightsaber resistant.
The East departments or West departments?
Yzlamir they were all in the what's it called? Thrawn trilogy, right? They were a big part of that. Do you read the Thrawn trilogy?
Yeah, like a long ass time ago.
I think like that's one of the things. Was one of the guys just carry around one of these things.
And I believe don't they use on Vong? They also are like Force something. Like, don't they have a way to like make themselves invisible to the Force?
I need to interrupt your nerd speak for a second here, guys.
Go for it.
Was it East or West?
East.
Okay, I'm pretty sure we went through here. But let's try it again. Okay,
That's right.
Continue nerd speak.
No, you're fine. The Vong are just like they're invisible to the Force, but they're not impervious to it.
Yeah, I feel like we went through this whole East thing last week.
Yeah,
I totally think that we did. If we missed it, then if we went through, we would have killed these guys. These jokers.
They don't respawn, you think?
No, they don't.
No, once you kill people, they don't come back. And
Devious Vacuum in the chat says
look at that.
Maybe someone did
puzzle
destroy the Force. Oh,
that I was talking
what's
about
this?
with this is that puzzle that I was talking about with the
yeah, it's a good puzzle.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Those holograms.
You gotta read this whole story and then activate the holograms in the right order. I busted out a notebook to solve that one.
Nice.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. Hey, Matrick. So we must have just passed him.
Oh, hey, Don Matrick. Can you tell me what's going to be going on the PlayStation this year?
Man, his hair, like his hair flip thing. Like, wait, no,
Don Matrick Xbox. Fuck, Jesus.
Don't worry about it. I can never remember the fucking names either.
We're taking your geek cards.
He's Zynga. He's Zynga now.
That was a bad move. That was a downward move.
Downward dog? Like yoga?
That was a downward, yeah. Don Matrick is a downward-facing dog.
What? Oh,
downward-facing watchdogs.
Downward-facing watchdogs. He wishes that he was a sun pose.
Why do they have to make... There's something about the Twi'lek tendrils that they like have to keep them wet and gross looking.
That's racist. Maybe you should be Sith.
They're all slimy.
Is that guy?
In Return of the Jedi, they don't look like that.
Yeah, no, that is super. Look at that.
But that
they
is very
mostly
slimy.
don't look like that.
Maybe it's this guy. Maybe this guy uses some kind of special Twi'lek product. keep his head tendrils in in a fashionable shape. Whoops. Hey everybody, that's my Steam library.
I'm looking at a picture of Bib Fortuna, who's like the main Twi'lek character you see in Star Wars that wears his thing like that. His head tails like that. And his look like fleshy and slimy.
Oh yeah? Oh, there you go.
But what about Ula?
You gotta keep hydrated.
What about Ula from The Dancer? Hers don't look like that.
But I've only seen male Twi'leks wear their like
their
head
fancy
tails
wrap.
like wrapped around like that. The women usually seem to keep them like ponytail-esque.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hang on one second. I gotta go. It started raining and it got a lot cooler, but my fan is still going, so it's really cold in here.
Scratty says Scratty says Darth Vader and Malak and Revan are cool names. When did the Sith decide they needed scary sounding words as names? And then Circadian Wolf says, well, Malak and Revan are their actual names, not Sith names. Malak is actually a Sith name. He changed his name from something else. Hold on. Darth Malak. Let's see. I can't remember what. It's very similar. It was like Maller or something.
Yeah, I'm back.
Thomas says, would you be afraid of a guy named Darth Dooku?
Oh, Alec. Yeah, his name was Alec.
Alec?
Yeah, and he named it. He changed it to Malik.
Hidden back base. Back base. Hidden back base.
Back base.
Back
Base.
back base.
Back base.
Where do we go to turn this shit in?
You go to the cantina. It's down here.
Javiar's?
Yeah. Javier.
Oh, yeah.
Changed his name to Malik in order to avoid an arrest warrant issued by the council. That's a lame reason.
Whoops. That's not where I wanted to go. Back base. So here's a thing in this game.
What's up?
I don't think there's any examples right now, but yeah. This is a scary little window into the strange ways my brain works. Whenever you're like in an interior and there's a door and it just says standard door instead of like security door or something, my brain always plays it back as that the line from IT Crowd from it's like the first episode when the boss says like she asks who she's going to be working with, and Denim Venom says standard nerds. So now every time I see in this game, whenever I see it says standard door, in my brain it goes standard door.
You walked past it though.
I know. I just wanted to keep it moving while I was telling my dumb story.
I've never seen that show.
I need to watch that show because I feel like it's my...
People talk about it like it's the best shit there's ever been.
There is some really good stuff, but if you want to watch a good show by a lot of the same people, go watch Black Books instead. Because that show is one of the best sitcoms in the history of sitcoms. In fact, it is absolutely my favorite sitcom. Probably my second favorite TV show ever.
Is that don't they work in a library? Yes,
no, they work in an old bookshop. Yeah, that one of the main characters owns.
I think that's on my Netflix too. I will move that.
Oh, it's so fucking good. I love that show so much. In fact, there is a bit. There is a like lady dates dude. He turns out to be a closeted gay man bit in both shows, but it's handled way better in Black Books. Like, it's genuinely kind of sweet.
Did Black Books come out after?
No, first. Black Books
so
was
they
first.
They got worse.
Yep.
How'd that happen?
I don't know. I think it probably happened because one of the main guys that like the main character, it's by the same creator, who's, what's his name? Damn it. He's real big on Twitter. People like him. I don't know.
The only thing I know about that show is that there's one scene where they talk about the band Guided by Voices, which is great because that band's really good.
Mm-hmm.
And not a lot of people know who they are. I mean, I guess a lot of people do, but they're still on the lower end of bands people know about.
I think they're on the Buffy soundtrack.
Guided by Voices? That seems like a soundtrack they'd be on.
Wait,
they're also on the Scrubs soundtrack.
Who doesn't know about Guided by Voices?
A lot of people, like no one I've ever met. I know a lot of people on the internet that know who they are because it's the internet, but the
I thought they were one of those bands that was just part of pop culture.
No, I don't know really anybody that knows who they are in real life. Even my friends who know about music don't know who they are. And then when I showed them, they did not like it.
Ugh.
What is the song that's... Because I have the Buffy soundtrack, and I'm like 85% sure they're on it.
stranger. My name is Gelru.
Hey, stranger.
This is why you gotta talk to everybody, Nick. This guy's great.
Yep. Guided by Voices, Teenage FBI is the song
That's
on
a
the
good
Buffy
song
soundtrack.
too. That's a great song.
The Buffy soundtrack is so good. It's
Oh, they should have had Bulldog Skin. That would have fit great with the Buffy soundtrack. It's another.
Oh.
You can just say like, nope, sorry, nope.
Yeah. I'll just say I'm not ready yet or something.
it's all 90s awesome.
Yeah, I have a few things to take care of first.
Don't take too long.
I listened to that album a lot in high school.
There you go. Scratty says he doesn't know about them, Harry. So
Who do I tell?
justified. Oh, the room with the big guy, the hut.
Alien girls aren't really my
Nagi says that they just got back from seeing Edge of Tomorrow. It was pretty awesome, and Tom Cruise didn't
Can
suck.
I chop this guy's head off?
Maybe.
Yeah, this is actually part of another bounty thing.
I don't like the tone of your voice. I work for David Kang.
Oh yeah, I remember wanting to punch this guy in the face.
Yeah, you totally.
I don't care who you
totally
work
can.
for. You seem like a slime ball.
I came here to relax. Shove up. Hey, baby,
Grr.
back again, I see.
Oh, you must have talked to the girl.
Hate to
There's a woman whose apartment is like right next to yours, named Dia. And you
yeah,
talk to
yeah.
her. She says this
I thought I
fucking
talked to her.
asshole this guy tried to rape me, and I
Whoa,
and
look
I
at this
like,
guy.
slashed him. That guy's awesome. Yeah,
Look
he
at
talks
this
out
guy.
both sides of his face. So I cut him up with my vibroblade, and he put a hit on me. So, and then you're like, oh, it can help because that's awful.
This is my favorite Star Wars alien I've
Talk
ever
to him.
seen.
It's even better when you talk to him.
Aw. I don't want to be mean to this guy. He's rad.
This is fucking rad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's so
that's
great.
awesome.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear Sorgus in that random alien language.
Morzy says, man, I like the Ebon Hawk so much more than the Millennium Falcon. Yeah, the Ebon Hawk is the best.
That's a pretty rad ship.
Great ship. I like that it is a name that is synonym for Millennium
Yeah.
Falcon, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I think I like Ebon Hawk better than Millennium Falcon.
The Ebon Hawk is great. It's even like a
the name,
parallel in terms of like, oh, the Ebon Hawk is the fastest ship.
Sure.
Like that's like it's the fastest ship there is.
Did you see the those pictures of the new Millennium Falcon set?
Yes.
No.
And I
I'm
love.
trying not to watch anything about the new Star Wars thing because I'll just get. There's no way that I could be. There's no way that I will like it.
No, don't. I mean, I'm excited, and like I feel like there's no way it could be more disappointing than like some other stuff, you know.
Help this rad dude. Come on.
But yeah, I love that J.J. Abrams put out that picture. Like, stop putting up the spoiler pictures, and then his own picture was a little
Oh, yeah.
spoiler.
I saw that too. That was pretty good.
Like, I see what you did there, J.J.
I don't think I've ever seen anything that J.J. Abrams has ever done that I've liked.
Really? Like
Yeah.
nothing?
No,
No.
I'm with.
I don't like
with Keith on
Lost.
that.
I don't like those dumb Star Trek movies.
Oh, I'm very sad.
I
I
really
re-
hate
I-
those Star Trek movies.
You didn't like Fringe at all?
No, I was actually really mad because someone sold me on Fringe. Like, oh, you really like the X-Files. You'll like Fringe a lot. And then I was like, this isn't the
Those are very-
X-Files.
Those are very different things.
Yeah.
You didn't like Mission Impossible 3?
That was all right, I guess.
He did Alias.
Actually, I don't know if I saw 3. I know I
Holy
saw the
shit!
first-
Wait,
What's up?
J.J. Abrams was the executive producer for Felicity.
I mean, he's had his fingers in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I really liked Fringe for like the first 2 seasons, maybe
Mhm.
1 and 3/4.
I watched the first. I watched at least the first part, like a big chunk of the first season, if not finishing that first season. And then I was like, oh, I'm not. This isn't what I was promised.
I haven't watched his new TV show, Believe, whatever it is, the thing with
Yeah,
like
that
the
was
little kid.
terrible.
It looks pretty dumb.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, I thought the idea that he did Star Trek and did it so different than what Star Trek is like I have no faith that he's not going to just make Star Wars a weird action movie.
Isn't that
It
isn't that
kinda-
what Star? I mean,
kind of is.
I thought that
Yeah.
the reason I didn't like his Star Trek movies is I thought they would have been pretty good Star Wars movies.
I was about to say
They
that's
just-
like
they-
the
they
critique
weren't-
that most people make.
Yeah, they weren't what I look for when I come to Star Trek.
But I also the thing that I want out of a Star Wars movie isn't like I don't want a movie that's a lot like 4, 5, and 6 either. Like I don't.
Yeah, you just want something different.
I want something. Basically, what I want is KOTOR 2. I want a movie about Star Wars that is critical about what Star Wars is.
Yeah, that would be pretty good.
And then the second best case scenario is, a movie that kind of stays true to the like broad fantasy epic of the original 3 movies.
Sure.
And then what I want last is literally anything else besides those 2 things.
I just want to go into that theater and feel like I did when I saw Star Wars, and I haven't, like as a little kid. That's what I want, and I think it might happen because of the original 3 coming back and the Millennium Falcon and all that fun stuff. So
The thing that makes me a little bit hopeful is that Abrams is on record as not being a Star Trek fan. Which, like, why the fuck did they give him those movies, right? Like,
Yeah.
Because he's a name.
he is-
Because he's a name.
Yeah, but he is on record as being a Star Wars fan. I also just hate the idea that he does Star Trek and Star Wars. Sounds like a terrible idea.
Right.
he does.
Oh,
he
I hated
does
Cloverfield. That's another movie he did.
Yep. Yeah.
I really
Cloverfield.
like Cloverfield, and JJ he stepped down from Star Trek so that he could do Star Wars. He doesn't have Star Trek anymore.
No, but he did 2 of them.
Right.
Yeah, but
But
the next
still,
one,
like-
the next one's gonna be even worse because it's one of his lackeys. I forget
Yeah.
which
Who
one.
is it?
Like he's, it's
I'm gonna look it up.
Orsi, I think, is gonna do the 3rd one. And
Uh,
his, like, the thing about Abrams is he has a posse.
Yeah,
and
Orsi.
his posse ends up doing a lot of the stuff. Like, ends up actually doing a lot of the stuff that his name is attached to. Like,
Mhm.
Fringe was mostly, I think Kirkman and Orsi,
He got stuck with a bum name.
and yeah, like I don't know. I don't like J.J. Abrams. I like all of his posse even less. Like they're just.
I really liked Lost for the first season, and then I hated season 2, and then I stopped watching about halfway through season 3.
Yeah,
Um,
you saw what was good, basically.
Yeah.
No.
And then
Listen.
Okay.
In the middle of, because in 3 they didn't know, and J.J. Abrams kind of left after season 1 to begin with. So, but in the middle of 3, that was when they didn't know. They wanted to stop it, but ABC was like, no, this is making us money. We don't want you to stop. And then eventually after season 3, when they got the end point, that's when it started to pick up again. But in season 3, you got like all the Nikki and Paulo shit, and like,
he created the video game Lost Via Domus, which I am on record as not being a fan of.
Well,
I feel like
I think that's just
That's
a
been
thing.
explored
Like,
on this stream, I'm pretty sure.
I
Yeah,
think,
it absolutely has.
I think that's just a thing of like,
He just has his name on it because he created Lost.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
It says here for Lost that he's credited on 118 episodes.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's credited
he's
on
the
it because he's like the
he's
producer.
the producer, but
And he wrote. It says he wrote. Wait, hold on. He has a writing credit on 115 episodes of Lost.
That's because
Yeah,
it's
but
like it's like story by J.J. Abrams and
Yeah.
then 2 lackeys and then screenplay by 2 lackeys. But
J-
really,
like,
what that
J.J.
means
Abrams.
is J.J. Abrams said, "Hey, wouldn't it be cool if we made the show about people on an island and then things were weird?"
right.
That's what
why
that
he
means
gets
in
the story
Hollywood
credit.
terms.
It says Okay, so it says here teleplay for the pilot. So he wrote the pilot.
Yes, he wrote the pilot, but then
And then everything else says created by.
right,
In
because
his writing credit.
Carlton Cuse and Damon Lindelof were the showrunners after the first episode.
I don't like Lindelof either.
Yeah, Lindelof is the one that's doing Star Trek 3.
Okay.
Really? His
And,
name's on there?
Yeah, yep.
Oh, I just went to the IMDb main page and I saw The Giver. I don't think they're gonna do that right, and I'm gonna be upset about that because I really like that book.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on. It also says, it says right here for J.J. Abrams, it says Star Trek 3 producer, Half-Life producer, and Portal producer are his next 3 projects that it says.
Well,
What are you looking
IMDb is
I'm looking
full
at
of shit.
IMDb's producer credits for
What?
Get out of my
Yeah.
way, best luck. Come on.
also Untitled Cloverfield sequel, Mission Impossible 5, and Star Trek 7. I mean, the Star Wars 7.
I mean, there was that thing a while ago where J. Abrams was talking to Mr. Valve about stuff, and it was all over the place.
Yeah. Oh, what are we doing in the game?
I just turned in the 2 bounties that I had, Matrick, and then Sevlin, which I don't even know who that was, but whatever, I got money for it.
She was a woman that, remember, she was like, "Leave me alone, don't talk to me," and instead you went into her room and she tried to kill us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
And then I said, "Well, you can take this to the bounty place because they'll give you some sweet dough, some creds." Wait, holy shit. Okay, so Kelsey, I didn't know that they were doing a Giver movie. And
They
then
are, and
now
I'm
you said in the chat, "Is the Giver still in full color?" And I
Yeah.
think I just freaked out in my head a little bit.
yeah, I'm not. The picture for the new trailer is black and white, but I'm not gonna watch that right now. But if it's not in black and white okay, Silja says a good chunk of the new trailer was in black and white. Good, because ugh.
Wait,
Who even thought that they were? Who thought for a second they could get away with making a movie version of a book about a world with no color?
oh.
Yeah, because the first
In
trailer
color.
was all color.
Man, I totally forgot about that.
That's yeah.
It's been a long time
I
since
mean, I guess
read
not
The
a world with
Giver.
no color, but a civilization of people that took pills so they couldn't see color or have dreams. That was a weird book. That was a
Yeah,
weird ass book.
It is a weird book.
I have all 4 of them, and I'm gonna read them before I see that movie.
There's
but-
more than one of them.
Yep, it goes. They're all in the same universe. It doesn't follow Jonas, but it goes. The Giver, Gathering Blue, Messenger, and Sun.
Okay.
And I've read Gathering Blue and Messenger, and they're also very good. And I just bought Sun because it just came out really recently. So
I haven't read The Giver since I was in 4th grade, I think.
I think I read it around that same time.
So, confession here. This is
Yeah.
very much a Keith style brain swap thing.
All right, let's go.
For a long time, I always mixed up The Giver and The Giving Tree by
Shel Silverstein.
Shel Silverstein. Yep.
That's what
Alright.
Scratty just said in chat. He says,
Oh,
all I
really?
remember about The Giver is that there was something about a tree at some point.
No, that's The Giving. Yeah, it's The Giving
That's The
Tree.
Giving Tree.
That's about how being a parent is the worst, and don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of like Shel Silverstein, even though a lot of his stuff is real fucked up.
Yeah, me too. You know, I think that dude was weird and kind of probably really shitty in a lot of ways, and also great at a lot of things.
Yeah.
He also wrote dirty songs, like not
He did.
little
He
kids.
wrote really dirty songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wrote for Playboy too, and did art for Playboy. We were talking about this on a stream the other day, or maybe that wasn't. On a
Yeah.
stream.
I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
us talking
What
about
stream
that
was
at
that
some
on?
point.
I don't think that. I think that maybe that wasn't a stream. That was just off stream.
Oh, I remember being part of that conversation in some way. I don't.
I'm pretty sure that happened on stream.
Fuck it. Let's do this Promised Land stuff.
All right. Oh, listen. All right. If you want to do that, and you can totally do that.
Did we do the Rackle serum yet?
No.
We can get that on the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. But yeah,
Did you read all the stuff about the Promised Land from Rukeel?
I mean, I listened to all the stuff that he actually doesn't tell you very much in the beginning.
No, yeah, he's kind of. It should be to the left. There should be some bodies. I mean, the right. Sorry, you're on the right way. Actually, it depends where you kill them. If you killed them, so you might not have. There are 3 Sith walking around.
There's still Rakghoul hanging out over here. So.
Rackle.
I hate the design change on the Rakghouls for the Old Republic. They look so much better in KOTOR.
What can I do?
Nope, I want to target that one. Why can't it? There we go.
Morris D says, "Woo, it's Rackle time."
Where are you going? Okay. Come on, video game.
You asked for this. You asked for this.
You asked.
Who asked for this? Oh, I asked for this?
You did.
Sorry, I missed it. Who asked for this?
You asked for this.
I asked. I didn't remember. I didn't ask for this.
Oh, listen here. I put it on the screen. I said, "Do you want this?" And you said, "Yes."
I asked for that.
But you asked for this.
I didn't ask for that.
You asked.
Who?
You asked for this.
You asked for this? You did? You asked for this?
No, you did.
I did? No.
You asked.
What was that? What was the thing we just did?
Yeah, that was
We
that
didn't
bit ran away with itself.
This is
That's how bits goes.
this is me getting a little more familiar of not familiar. That's the word I'm looking for. This is my sense of humor, just making stupid ass noises and like just repeating stupid things. You asked for this.
You asked for this.
No, you literally asked for this, Nick. You asked me to be on this stream.
I did.
Yeah, you asked for this.
I asked for this. Yeah, this is me getting more comfortable with streaming, basically. This is what you have to look forward to for the future.
I highly look forward to it.
Jericho says, "I just looked up this
SWOTOR. No, it's fine. That's why I say
Swoter.
Swoter Reckles, and what the fuck is this bullshit?"
Yeah, they turned them into like, because they're supposed to be humans turned into them, and then instead they just made them fucking crazy giant monsters.
How much time is between, you asked for this. How much time is
Who
between...
asked for this? I didn't ask for shit.
How much time is
They're
between
really-
this and the MMO?
300 years.
Oh, well,
Really?
I mean,
It's
you
that
know,
many?
maybe they
Yeah.
changed.
Maybe they evolved.
There we go, Rakghoul serum. Also, is it just me or does Rakghoul sound like some kind of stew?
I would love a good Rackle stew right now.
Yeah.
Listen,
God.
you put that
I'm
in
gonna
your
go-
crock pot for a couple
wow.
hours, and that Rackle meat gets so
Ugh.
tender.
They look so slimy.
They are slimy.
Ugh.